For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome back to the My Player series. This is episode number 69. At the end of the last episode, we picked up a torn knee ligament and have been out for a considerable period of time. We're back from injury now. It's the 31st of January. We've actually missed 1, 2, 3 and a bit months. In fact, maybe even, we got injured in September. We were injured in the Scunthorpe game prior to this one here against Manchester United at home. So, I'll quickly run through the results of the games that we missed, show you where the team is at now, and we are on transfer deadline day, and I'll show you what business other teams have done, including ourselves, in this transfer window as well. And then we'll play our returning game from injury. So, we beat Manchester United by 2-0. Sevilla, we won 2-1. Chelsea, we drew 1-1. We weren't involved that heavily in England's... I know we played one game, but we lost to Finland. Beat Denmark 2-0, and Slovenia was a 3-2 victory. Newcastle 2-1 win. Feyenoord was a 1-0 defeat in the Champions League, which was a bit of a shock, to be fair. Beat Swansea by 2-0. Actually lost on penalties 4-3 to Oldham in the Football League Cup. So pretty disappointed to go out of that competition as early on as we did. Lost at home then in the Premier League to West Brom, but bounced back with victory against Sevilla by 2-1, then beat Watford by 2-0. Games against the Czech Republic by 3-1, and then were able to get a victory against Finland in the return game against them. So at least we've beaten Finland at least once. West Ham was a 2-1 victory. Juventus was a 2-2 draw. We won, of course, against Juventus in the first game against them in the group stage. We lost 2-1 against Everton away from home. Then we drew 0-0 against Norwich. We won against Feyenoord, so at least we won that return game. 2-0 win against Stoke, a 1-1 draw against Arsenal, 2-1 win against Sunderland, a 2-1 win against Middlesbrough, and then we faced Middlesbrough again a couple of weeks later. 1-0 win against Southampton, followed by a 3-0 win against Middlesbrough. In the FA Cup, we lost 1-0 against Burnley, so now we are only remaining in the Champions League and in the Premier League. The chance of a domestic cup has gone. Beat Sunderland by 1-0, beat Newcastle by 2-0. We've actually been drawn against Monaco in the knockout rounds of the Champions League as well. And if I show you the league table, you can see that Tottenham are actually top of the league right now in the Premier League. So we've barely played. We've played 5 Premier League games so far this season. So they've played 17 without us. And we're currently top of the table. We haven't scored many goals though. Only 27 in 22 games. But we have only conceded 10 goals in that time. So very strong defence, not the best offence. Hopefully, now that we're back from injury, we can add to the offence. So far though this season, I actually haven't scored in the Premier League. If I show you my stats, you can see I'm back fully fit in 8 days' time, but I am available for selection right now. But, as you can see, we've played 5 games in the Premier League and not scored yet. We picked up a goal in the Football League Cup. We got a hat-trick, of course, in our first ever game for Tottenham in the European Super Cup. And we've only got 1 assist so far in the Premier League and only played 1 game in the Champions League, which was against Juventus, which we won. We should have had an assist from that, but it didn't give us it because it took a slight deflection off a defender. But they're my individual stats right now. Still training my free kick accuracy, etc. to try and improve that so that we can perhaps be taking some set pieces later on in our career. Where is this? Watford. Right, I'll show you who's done what in this transfer window so far, though. With only an hour to go, it's basically who's going to have done what so far total for the transfer window. But Arsenal have bought Musa. So they have a new pacey striker as well as Maha and Badiashile. Don't know who that is. Jordan Ayew has left Aston Villa. Well, actually, I don't know which Dembele it is, actually. Dembele and Juan Angel Correa have gone to Chelsea. No business by Palace. Bruno Martins Indy is in at Everton, which presumably means he's out at Stoke. We obviously saw the Musa deal, £18.5 million Arsenal paid for him. They've brought in Haller and Jordan Ayew, actually. So that's where he's gone after leaving Villa. Liverpool have brought in Grenier and Taider. Clement Grenier and Safir Taider, both central midfielders, and they've sold Emre Can for £43.5 million. Don't know where he's gone. City have done no business. Manchester United have brought in 3 more strikers. Shock. That really needs a patch. Manolo Gabbiadini, Milik, the Pole that went from Ajax to Napoli in real life this past summer, and Leo Baptistao. They've also sold Paul, who's a youngster, for £1.8 million. Middlesbrough bought in Galese. Newcastle have bought in Nakamba and Morrison. Don't know which Morrison that is. Celis and Halen have gone into Norwich. Bakuna, presumably that's Leandro Bakuna, and Lapalainen, I don't know who that is, apologies, have gone into Southampton. Stoke, not Stoke, it's us next. We've sold Vincent Janssen. He went for £28 million, and Kevin Wimmer was also left for £22 million. We've brought in Gumner, Paul from Manchester United, and Van Bergen. So I don't know who they are. Gumney, Paul and Van Bergen. I don't know anything about them. We'll have a look perhaps in the squad report in a moment. Stoke have signed Berich and Luis. I don't know which of those are which. Silla is in at Sunderland. Was he formerly at Aston Villa, or that may have been in a previous series that he was at Aston Villa? Maha out, and he's obviously signed for another team in the Premier League. Tordjek is in at Swansea. Nothing for Watford. Payne and Marcone in at West Brom. West Ham brought in Martin, Cristante and Gustafsson. And that is what has been done so far. And in total, in the January transfer window, £360 million spent. We are available for selection again, as I say. Although I'm not sure whether we'll be selected for the immediate next game, which I believe is Liverpool. I'm not sure. It said 8 days, didn't it, in the... It said 8 days in the squad report, and I think the game is this upcoming weekend. So whilst I might be available for selection, I'm probably in this scenario that you find in manager mode, where the player has like the little plaster symbol next to them, which means they're not actually fully available for selection yet. And because you can't go on the bench in a My Player career mode again this year, hopefully that will be altered now that they've added substitution inclusions for the journey, etc. Hopefully for FIFA 18, you will be able to be selected on the bench for My Player, etc. But I think because I'm in that situation, we won't be selected for this game against Liverpool, but we may be selected for the game after that a week later, which I think was against Leicester. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty... Yeah, there you go. Leicester at home on the 16th, then West Brom, and then Chelsea with the first game in March. So we're in February now. We're almost... Well, 3/4 of the way through this third season, and we've barely played any games. We're going to have to try and force our way back into the starting lineup. I'd like a victory, obviously, away from home against Liverpool. But from a selfish personal point of view, I was going to say, I hope Kevin Volland doesn't score. But he's put the ball in the back of the net after 7 minutes. We have a 1-0 lead. I'll quickly skip. It's a 2-1 win, thanks to Dele Alli getting the second goal 2 minutes after Coutinho equalised. So we do get the victory. And we will stay top of the table. Question is, will we stay out of the side, or will we be back involved in first-team football? I'm hoping, even though Kevin Volland has scored a couple of goals in the time that I've been out injured, I'm hoping that we'll get thrown back into the mix. You can see there, long shots has gone up to 89. Now we are edging even closer to being 80 rated. Not yet going to contemplate training any other stats. We're still going to use our on-pitch performances for at least another season and a half before I start training elsewhere. We've had a board game rescheduled, sorry. Presumably that's for the Champions League. I'm not sure. Maybe even another team actually might have gotten further in a cup competition, and I believe that may well be the case. So we will play Leicester then. I believe that said I've been picked, and I have. He's picked me for the starting 11 at home against Leicester. So this is our return from injury game, and fingers crossed we can put in the sort of performance that means that we'll be... Oh, hello. That means that we'll be selected... There, come on, change the kit. Oh, gee, there we go. It does that in Ultimate Team as well, doesn't it? Hopefully, we'll be able to put in the sort of performance... Well, Dele Alli's 86 rated now. Wow. Hopefully, we'll be able to put in the sort of performance that means that the manager will consider us going forward in that starting role, and will relegate Kevin Volland back down to the bench. We'll have to wait and see. But drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There will be another video coming out tonight at 8 PM, which will be another instalment of the Foot Champions experiment. So make sure you check the channel page for the previous 2 videos of that little mini-series. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Leicester at home. Riyad Mahrez looking for runners in front of him. He's got a couple of willing participants, one of which is Slimani, who's... I don't know whether he's rumoured to be leaving or actually has left Leicester now. And the last I saw on social media was that they'd had a £30+ million bid for Slimani from a Chinese club. I don't know whether that's advanced anymore. I haven't seen anything personally on social media about that since I saw that previous story. But Dele Alli Fires that one wide. Did it take a deflection or was it just that bad a shot? No, it did take a deflection, so we'll have a corner. You guys will have to confirm for me in the comment section what the situation... Oh, that's gone in. Kasper Schmeichel, what a terrible mistake. Eric Lamela flicks the header on at the near post and ends up getting Tottenham a goal. How has the keeper let that in? That was atrocious goalkeeping. It's just gone... Oh, Kasper. Wow, that is awful. If that was on Ultimate Team... You can well imagine that I would have gone absolutely ballistic had that been my goalkeeper, or even if it was, happened to me in career mode, I'd have gone absolutely ballistic if it's my goalkeeper. But thankfully, he's our opposition goalkeeper, and that's actually gone down as the Kasper Schmeichel own goal. So the initial header from Lamela in the middle must have been off target, and by getting his arm to it and knocking it into the back of the net, he's given himself an own goal there, Kasper Schmeichel. Not the start to the game that Leicester were after. Perfect start for us though, 1-0 Tottenham. In there to Dele Alli. Nice little back kill to Victor Wanyama. Playing the ball about nicely here. And Kudu's got two options, one of which is me, the other which was Dele Alli. But we'll look to play in Victor Wanyama here, who could return the ball or maybe shoot or just hold the ball up. I'll call for it now just to ensure that we keep possession. I'm going to try and drift away from the defender, but he just stood there and stuck to me like glue. Jordan Henderson will find me. I could look for Dele Alli. I could, in fact, look to try and get it back to Jordan Henderson, which is exactly what we've done. And he's fired that with a wonderful hit right into the top corner. We are dominating proceedings here at home against Leicester. It's 2-0 in the 17th minute, and we've picked up an assist. And I don't think Captain Jordan Henderson could have fired that into the top corner any more emphatically than he actually did. Everybody's bouncing around and jumping around. It was a pretty good finish, in fairness. I wasn't sure whether to go to Dele Alli there, and then the defender closed me down, so I turned inside and well. A picture speaks 1,000 words, I believe is the phrase. What a hit into the top corner. Sorry, Kasper, but I don't think there was any blame that could be placed on you there. That was just a wonderful hit. 2-0 Tottenham. Henderson into me. I'm going to spray it out wide. And Kudu back inside to Dele Alli. There's Wanyama. There's Jordan Henderson. There's me. Right, now what do we do? Oh, I couldn't quite get the step over done in time. Dele Alli, I'll call for it. I'll give it to Wanyama. Oh, it's a nice little back heel to Lamela. I was going to go for the 1-2, but Wanyama draws a good save out of Kasper Schmeichel. I was going to go for the Tues, but he just played it on immediately to Eric Lamela, and it turned out it was a pretty good move in the end. Nice little 1-2, in fact, between Wanyama and Lamela, rather than Wanyama and myself. Good save by the keeper, making up perhaps for the mistake earlier on. Corner to come in here. It's whipped towards the near post, but I'm not going to get anywhere near that. Terrible corner from Eric Lamela, but he's won it back, but that's going to go out for a goal kick. 5 minutes to go till half time. Still just the 2-0. Good footwork into Wanyama. He's got Dele Alli there with him, but he's just slowing the move down. You can see the number of red shirts back here. Leicester trying desperately not to concede any more before half time. They've done well there to get it off us, and I think they're going to be playing counter-attacking football now. You can see the way that they all flooded forward there as soon as they won possession back, so it might be quite difficult to break them down for the rest of the game, but if we can let them come onto us like that and then steal the ball off them, then we might be able to still create some opportunities. And Nkudu is in here, and the ball is in. I went with my head, and actually Coates punted that away with his feet. Another throw in there on the far side. Nkudu will get it. He's got support there back from, is it Ben Davies? It is. Inside there to Jordan Henderson, who gets it into me. I'm going to get it on my feet and give it a crack. Oh, wow. Off the top corner of the bar and post. That was so unlucky. Of course, you saw earlier on, our long shots have gone up to 89 now. Oh, but clearly, 89 isn't quite high enough to see that effort flying to the top left-hand corner. A matter of inches away from our first Premier League goal. He's Heung-min Son. Quickly inside to Jordan Henderson. Come across there to Trippier. Eric Lamela's through that gap. Trippier could use him. I'll call for him myself, actually. And I'll try and roll in on my left foot. And, oh, good save by Schmeichel. Still desperate to try and get that first Premier League goal, but it just won't come. We've got 2 assists now in the Premier League, of course, with that one to Jordan Henderson earlier on. But still waiting, as we saw, for my first into the back of the net from my own foot. Heung-min Son. I'll try to play that through to me, but was well cut out by the defender. Wanyama, he's got multiple options. Ben Davies, I was going to say, can either give it to me so I can switch it or switch it himself. He went for the switch himself, but he got closed down. He's then found me. A little bit of neat footwork, trying to jink the defender so I could play in and Herrera, but got the ball taken off me, and then we stole it off them, but Gallo wins it back again. Slimani looking through. Wow, Amate went for the shot there and swung his leg. Get rid of that! Swung his leg at it, but only an air shot from him. God, Poor Hugo Lloris is going to get closed down there. Does manage to get it away, and hopefully will work it out, but I didn't call for that. He's just tried to play that to me, but we've stolen it off the defender. That was my 6th of 6 seal-outs, apparently. I'm just trying to accelerate away from the defenders here and avoid a physical battle. That's a pen. Thank you very much. Our pace on the breakaway. Didn't Coates give away a penalty last time we played against Leicester? I can't quite remember. I've just got a vivid memory of Coates giving away a penalty and getting sent off. I don't know why. I might be completely mistaken, but I mean, you can quite clearly see that it's a foul. I am going to get to take the penalty. Well, it's me versus Kasper Schmeichel for my first Premier League goal. Oh, jeeps! He went the right way, but he's not going to get it out. Oh. Breathe a sigh of relief. I was reliably informed that celebration is the LeBron James celebration. I had no idea of its origin previous to putting it on. I'd only ever seen Uche Ikpeazu do it for Cambridge against Leeds, which is why I mentioned that when I first did it in the European Super Cup. No, it was in the Football League Cup, in fact, when you first saw that celebration. So I apologise for not knowing that it was the LeBron James cello, but thanks to about 100 comments and tweets, I'm now fully aware that it's LeBron James's celebration that we've turned on there. But that is my first goal in the Premier League in my entire career, and it's come from the penalty spot. Keeper went the right way, but thankfully it didn't get near it. Fazio will work this away for us. We have a 3-0 lead now with as many minutes remaining. Drink water pushing forward. That's a foul, but they'll take the advantage. Igalo could get tackled here or could hold off the defenders. This is a nice run. Out to Hernandez. Dinked in. Deal with that. Toby Alderweireld hooks it away. Won't be going out of play though. Ben Davies heads that back down the line. I can't get there in time. Nowhere near it in fairness. Is Daniel Amate turning inside and getting that to Danny Drinkwater. We're in stoppage time now. Slimani looking to get inside, but Heung-min Son picks it up after Jan Vertonghen puts the tackle in. Call for a through ball, and well, it was headed my way, but the final whistle's gone regardless. So we get a goal and an assist in that game. One for the man who was just on your screen, Jordan Henderson, as the two managers shake hands. It's 3 points and 3 goals for Tottenham Hotspur. And as far as returns from injury go, I don't think that was too bad, do you? A 9.1 rating, a goal and an assist. I'm pretty damned happy with that. That hopefully was good enough to warrant the manager putting us back in the starting lineup on a consistent basis. We'll have to wait and see. I'll advance as far as the next game, just out of curiosity, to see if we're selected, which I believe we should be. I'd like to think we will be. Kevin Volland did score a number of goals actually whilst we were away, or whilst we were out injured, should I say, rather than being away. Although I suppose we were away from the first team picture. But I'll have a quick look in the squad report as well, actually. A, at Kevin Volland's goal-scoring record, and B, wait to have a look at a couple of those new signings, didn't we? See what they were like with regards their potential usage in the team. And in fact, the next game is over 2 weeks away, thanks to... I don't know, actually. If there was an international break, we'd have known about it, surely. Unless I haven't been selected for an international break. I'm not sure. I'll just quickly have another train before we get to the Monaco game. Eventually we'll stop the simulation. Thank you very much. Now, my free kick accuracy is just going up so very slowly, unfortunately, but I'm not going to get the opportunity to take free kicks unless my free kick accuracy goes up. So it looks like long shots is going to get one hell of a boost throughout the entirety of our course of training. Eric Dyer is back from injury. Nabil Bentaleb is back from injury, both of which are good signs. Now, quickly check if we are selected for this game against Monaco, which we should be. We are. Oh, we have not been selected. You have not been selected in today's squad. Interesting. Okay, well, Monaco, Chelsea and West Brom then presumably will be the games that we play in the next episode. There wasn't an international break there, was there? I don't know why there wasn't an extra game that weekend. Not sure. Maybe, no, maybe that was where the West Brom game originally was, and there was a cup game. That might be why. We saw, of course, the rescheduled fixture. We got the email earlier on, didn't we? All right. Well, let's have a... Let's get to the right tab. Let's have a look at the squad report, and we'll have a look at A, those new signings, and B, where are you? Robert Gumney, 1.2 million from Lech Poznan, 20-year-old right back. Okay. Quick. Okay in the tackle, but not really too sure why we've signed him. Decent. I guess he's back up to Kieran Trippier now because, of course, Kyle Walker's gone to Bayern Munich. Who else did we sign? Regan Paul, centre-back from Manchester United, £1.8 million, 69 rated. Okay. no standout signings, really, is there? And we were looking for... Van Bergen was the other new signing. 19 years old, 73 rated. Whoa, and very fast. He looks quite tasty, actually. I may even have a look at him in the Career Mode Road to Glory. Mitchell Van Bergen. Remind me of that, won't you, in the comment section of the other series. 5 goals for us so far this season. 1 now in the Premier League, thankfully. Kevin Volland scored 5 in 18. So he's actually gone up 1 to 85 rated as well. Look at those stats. He looks very, very good, but we are holding him out of the first team picture right now, at least in the Premier League. However, we've not been selected for this game against Monaco, so let's just simulate that then, shall we, and see if we are selected for the game against Chelsea, which hopefully we will be. I'd very much like to be involved in a game between Tottenham and Chelsea. Obviously, as a Chelsea fan, I'd prefer to be playing for the Royal Blue side of that game, but we'll have to make do for playing for Spurs for now. And we get a 1-1 draw thanks to Divock Origi off the bench. Now, Kevin Volland didn't do anything for us in that game, unless he got the assist, but I think he was substituted off for Origi. So will we be selected for Premier League football when Chelsea come? At least I think it's at home against Chelsea. Is it at home against Chelsea? It is at home against Chelsea, and I've not been selected for this either. Alright, well, we will deal with the selection issue in the next episode. That's going to bring today's to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate all the support on all of the series over the past few days. Please do continue to show your support. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. But for now, I'll see you next time.